do Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Dali, Pollock, and Warhol all have in common? Seems like a rhetorical question because we know they're all artists. And even though the majority of us wouldn't be able to name 5 pieces of art they've collectively created, at least we can say they're all artists. And by no means is this list exhaustive. We could spend hours listing names of artists from various genres. But I'm almost positive there's one artist you would miss. You. You are an artist. Now, before you offer a rebuttal citing your lack of artistic aptitude or your irrefutable tone deficiencies or your inability to see a lump of clay as anything other than, well, a lump of clay, allow me to show you how you are an artist. I believe that we all share 2 universal desires: to have the opportunity to communicate and the respect to be heard. These desires are fulfilled in conversations, and it's within these conversations that you create art. Using nothing other than your words, you paint a picture which cannot be captured in a film or on canvas. Yet it represents the subject being discussed and is a direct reflection of you. Your conversations are your vocal art. And just like an artist is remembered for their artwork, you and I are known and remembered for our vocal art. Yet culture today has seemed to have forgotten how to create meaningful vocal art. Most people use conversations like a painter who recklessly just throws paint against a canvas, hoping something beautiful will be the result. This approach in conversations leads to a tragic lie, the lie that your words are forgotten. When we cease to view conversation as an art form, we will accept the illusion that our conversations quickly fade away. The problem with this line of thinking is that art is rarely ever forgotten once it's seen or heard. So the same is true of your conversations, your vocal art. They are not forgotten, no matter how hard you try to reverse them, ignore them, or cover them up. Careless vocal art is like that spring break tattoo. It felt and seemed really good at the time. And even though you may have covered it up with another image, you and everyone else who saw the original artwork always remember what was there. The same goes for your conversations. They're your artwork. They are remembered, and they are rarely, if ever, forgotten. So then how do we address this problem and resist the culture of reckless conversations? We must begin by rethinking curiosity. For far too long, we've heard that curiosity killed the cat. Now, being more of a dog person, I was never disappointed at the cat's departure from the world. But what if we've been wrong about this cat? What if curiosity made it stronger? The canvas to any meaningful vocal art is curiosity. And we must embrace the idea that curiosity makes us stronger. But doing this will threaten the status quo. Political parties, news networks, religion, universities, they do not want you to be curious. They want you to be compliant. Do what we say, don't question it, and don't you dare be curious about the other side. This philosophy has fueled the rapid decrease of remarkable vocal art. If we are robbed of curiosity, we'll never find the strength in conversations. Just think about it. Why would you and I have a conversation about something in which we are told, don't be curious about it, and yet at the same time told exactly what we should think about it? We must, for the good of our communities and for our country, reject compliance and embrace curiosity. We may surprise ourselves and become stronger for it. But this blank canvas needs some color. And we all have the same 3 colors within our reach: questioning, listening, and sharing. Most questions today are more like statements with wrong punctuation. You know you're wrong, right? Since the canvas of curiosity has been replaced by compliance, our questions are now reduced to either defending ourselves or attacking someone else. The art of asking questions appropriately has been lost, which has resulted in questions being tossed at people to belittle or degrade another person. Yet for that person who wants to create a vocal handiwork of substance, asking questions is vital to understanding another person. To an artist coloring with the color of appropriate questions, they would never use that question to catch, trick, or manipulate a person, but rather ask a question to learn and understand this person and their story. To this type of artist, asking a question at the beginning of a conversation is an entrance to the world of the unknown with the potential to be amazed. Yet this color needs to be followed quickly on the canvas with the color of listening. Listening, which has been pushed out by tight schedules, beeping devices, and talking heads. Listening seems to be for the weak and uninformed, while talking is reserved for the strong and knowledgeable. I'm not sure this could be more wrong. Listening is a characteristic of the mighty. A person who, with great intentionality, can hold their tongue and judgment for the sole purpose of completely listening to another person. In the world of hashtags and thumbs up and angry faces and countless other images, we've allowed reactions to replace listening. Listening with intentionality means giving as much, if not more, effort to listening to another person as you do in talking to them. We are all artists, using our words to paint a picture which will not be forgotten. So we must not only question appropriately and listen intentionally, but we must also share authentically. Be authentic. Maybe the motto of our current generation. But only be authentic if I like your type of authenticity. Unfortunately, this means most people live with prescribed authenticity. We're only authentic to whatever group we want to be in, movement we want to be associated with, or influence we hope to have. We're not really being our true selves. We're being a portion of ourselves. That makes people feel comfortable, allows us to be accepted, or maybe even stand out. Prescribed authenticity, it's somewhat like fashion. There's really only a few truly fashionable people in the world. The rest of us, we buy their clothes off mannequins and self-proclaim ourselves as fashionable. That is prescribed authenticity. When you hear somebody else say something, play the role of the parrot and call yourself authentic. In literature, that's called plagiarism. In art, forgery. But what drives us to prescribed authenticity? Fear. This isn't simply the fear that we may be rejected for being our true selves. This is the fear that we don't know who our true self is. How can we be authentic out there when we don't know who we are authentically in here? No, this isn't the fear of rejection. This is the fear of being found out. Being found out that we don't know who we authentically are or what we truly think and believe. See, the world doesn't need another anyone. The world needs you. We need your art. Aren't we glad that Warhol didn't try to copy Michelangelo and Pollock didn't try to be Da Vinci? Artists who make meaningful and transformational impact in this world are artists who share their art openly, passionately, and authentically with us. We need to know the complete, true, authentic you. Color on your canvas with that color, not somebody else's. Every conversation produces art, whether you're thoughtful or unthoughtful in creating it. And your conversations, your vocal art, will be remembered by all those who hear and see you. I'm still naive or brave enough to think I can change the world one conversation at a time. But the choice is up to you. You are the artist. What type of artwork do you want to create? Because I'm here to tell you, your conversations will not be forgotten.